Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I'm about to go to the gym and I'm recording a video. Bitcoin having a mega bounce back. If you're still here, congratulations. You survived a very intense night. It could be capitulation. It could be the bottom for Bitcoin right now. Why? Luna, UST, if you were following what was happening last night, there was crazy things happening. So UST is like USD, but it's a stable coin that's kind of an algorithmic stable coin, meaning it's using Bitcoin, it's using other holdings to kind of keep it stabilized as pegged to the dollar UST. And UST crashed yesterday. USD had a big crash. It was a stable coin that went from $1 to 60 cents. And yesterday there was so much fear in the markets. The stock market's crashing. I was short on AVAX and Near Protocol. They made huge gains for me. At one point they hit $10,000 each. No, $10,000 in total of profits. Yesterday I made I think like around 30,000 or something like this. I closed my shorts about an hour ago. If you followed my live trades, I closed AVAX and Near Protocol massively in the profits. I went long on CRV and I bought $300,000 worth of BNB. Bitcoin, I've got one Bitcoin at 31,000. Now, why am I doing this? It looks like we had this big capitulation spike and a V-shaped recovery. It could be the bottom. Now, the problem is I can't go all in. I'm going very defensive. I'm going to just be buying and laddering in and actively trading. Why? Because the stock market is also in a very dangerous place. The stock market has been getting annihilated recently, and that's what also caused the big drops in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. So Bitcoin had a big capitulation yesterday because of Luna UST destabilization. But at the same time, we've got to be cautious because the stock market is also being annihilated and we're in recession at the moment. So I can't be buying every Bitcoin, like buying up all Bitcoin with millions. I'm being very defensive. Hit the subscribe button, smash up the thumbs up button, join 74,000 people, follow my live trades. You would have made so much gains if you saw my live trades the last few days. We're going to jump into Bitcoin. I'm going to show you why I think a capitulation, but also I'm going to show you my BNB buy and why I'm still being defensive. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going to the technicals for Bitcoin. And look at this bounce back in the market. Insane. Shiba up 21% from the last 2 hours. This all happened in 2 hours. Ape up 15%. AVAX, which I closed my short 2 hours, a bit more than 1.5 hours ago, is now up 16%. Luna is up 15%. Big bounce back on Luna, but still Luna not recovering. It went way below. I had a target of $52, $50, and $44. And it sounded crazy, my targets back a few days ago when we were sitting up at 59, or even when we were at a few days ago when we were at that was a long from a while. When we were at $80, but look at it. It hit all those targets and still below it. And I know people are going to be very scared of Luna now because it destabilized its peg. And that's very dangerous. People won't trust it as much. They also had to dump a lot of Bitcoin to stabilize. Solana was a nice buy here. It almost hit my trend line. I had a trend line on Solana down here at $52. It came down to $60. That was a nice one. Solana I like. We're having a big bounce back on Solana now. But we got to be cautious. I bought a lot of BNB because that's the most stable, safe one in my opinion. BNB is up 11%. We had a big bounce. It was on a major support line here at the $290. I bought it around $327. And we're having quite a big bounce back. Why do I buy BNB? Because BNB is Binance is a massive exchange. They make billions and billions of dollars in profits. They have most of the crypto exchange volume, and that's why I bought them here on this dip, because they're making a lot of money. Let's jump into Bitcoin, see why I think this could be the bottom. So this is Bitcoin. We broke that major trend line, this one here. It broke through and then it just spiraled down. As I talked about in my videos, we caught the drop. If you follow my videos, I went short. But look at this capitulation candle. Look at this giant sell candle. That's the highest volume that we've ever seen on Bitcoin in one day. The highest ever daily volume on Bitcoin. It had a total. Yesterday there was Bitcoin bought and sold. We had 331,000 Bitcoin bought and sold yesterday. It was the highest capitulation. You can see the highest volume we've ever seen on Bitcoin in the last 2 years. And that was insanity. It also broke the major supports. It even broke that $31,000 support. But now it's sitting back above it. It went lower. It came all the way down to 29,600. but it was just off my buy orders. I had a lot of buy orders at 29,000. It just came a bit above it, but that was a big capitulation spike. 330,000 Bitcoin bought and sold in that one day, and now we had a massive bounce. It bounced from 29,700 all the way to 32,600. So huge bounce here. Do I think this is the bottom? It could very well be, because when we go back to 2021, this was the bottom multiple times, and we had multiple big bounces back, but I still think no. Why? One, the bottom will identify itself just like it did here with at least a triple bottom. And we did not have a triple bottom here. We had one bottom, two, and then it broke through a lower low. So we have not had a triple bottom like we have here. You don't need to catch the bottoms. Don't knife catch. The bottoms take time to form. I don't think it might be because we had a V-shaped recovery. We had the highest capitulation volume spike, but it still takes time to form a bottom. And with the stock market being decimated right now, this is not just in cryptos, I'm still being defensive. On the 4-hourly, stochastic is moving up. Look at this volume. We had the high volume. We had a V-shaped recovery, a capitulation spike. Stochastic moving up. MACD is trying to cross the head back up. So the stochastic and EMA ribbons, we are way under the EMA ribbons still, but big bounce back. VPVR, we had a lot of buying here at this $29,000, $30,000, $31,000 area. There was a lot of buying, selling. Crypto Guru bot still firing a sell. It hasn't fired a buy. Bitcoin indicator bot still it fired a buy, but it failed a while ago and it hasn't bought again. Super trend is still saying sell. So we're having a big spike. Now on the hourly, it does look like a capitulation spike and a V-shaped recovery. Look at this. On the hourly, you can see that we had massive volume, a big capitulation spike. It does look like a V-shaped big capitulation spike with huge volume on the spike, and then a big recovery back up. So it could actually be a V-shaped recovery here on the hourly. It looks like that with huge volume. I'm currently long on some things. I'm going to show you my trades right now. If you want to trade like you're seeing me do, under the video in the pinned comment and description down below, if you go down below, you can sign up. Sign up to Bybit. You get $4,600 when you go down in the description down below and sign up. $4,600 worth of Bitcoin when you sign up to Bybit and you start trading. You get 4,600 USD when you deposit Bitcoin and start trading on Bybit, and that's the main exchange that I'm using. Oh, it's too windy up here. The view is amazing. So I'll show you. If you sign up to Bybit, it will then open this exchange. Over on Bybit, I made huge money yesterday. I made around 5,000. It was actually up a lot more. My account had 212,000 at one point in this account. Now it's at 207,000. My shorts on NEAR and AVAX did amazing. But then they pull back. But still, I made $5,000, $6,000 in this account yesterday. I've got 87,000 USDT. I've got 57,000 USDC. I moved some into USDC because of the destabilization. I bought one Bitcoin at 31,900. So I've got one Bitcoin sitting in here. And I've got a long open on CRV. I went long. It was $200 in the profits, but a big pullback on Bitcoin right now. And CRV is now down 13.7%, so 414, but I've got a long on CRV. I've also been buying a bit of Binance, BNB. So I've got, in this Binance account, I have, how much in this? $430,000, and I bought BNB here. I bought 1,000 BNB, so around $327,000 of BNB I bought, but we just had a big pullback from Bitcoin. We need to see a continuation, and I've got 100,000 of BUSD in here, but I bought 1,000 BNB, so 327,000 BNB I just bought right now if you followed my live trades. CRV having a big pullback right now because of Bitcoin having a pullback. Let's see, Bitcoin just now had a big spike and then a big pullback. Look at that, it went up to 32,600, then just pulled back. We need to see a continuation here. If there's no continuation, Bitcoin will really just drop off. It really needs a big volume spike and continuation. We did get that. We got that capitulation in that volume. But really, for Bitcoin to go bullish, we need to get back. We need to hold this support and start climbing. If it just falters from here and drops off more, my God, that was the supports that I expected at 29,000 where we got that big bounce. The next big support, if it breaks down here, is 19,000. 19,500. But someone stepped in to pull up Bitcoin just now. There's so much buying on a very scary spot. Look at that capitulation. Like, look at the volume. Massive selling volume, everyone panicking, it dropped like crazy, and then huge Bitcoin buys recently to push it back up. Let's see if it can hold. If it doesn't hold, everyone, it will get dangerous. If it doesn't hold 31,000, right where we're sitting right now. We've got another support at 28,600, but it already came close to that. The next major support is all the way down at 19,500. The top in 2017. So let's see if this holds. But this again does look like a capitulation on the hourly on Bitcoin. But we need to get follow through. We need to get more buy orders and a continuation up, and to break this 34,000. Otherwise, we come back down and it gets dangerous. So very important moments now for Bitcoin. Could this be the bottom? I'd love to know what you think. In the description and the pinned comment down below, let me know. Do you think this was the bottom on Bitcoin? Do you think 29,800 was the bottom on Bitcoin? Let me know. If you think it was, tell me down below. Was Bitcoin the bottom at 28,900? Over on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter as well. I made some tweets. We've got 33,000 followers on Twitter. Is the bottom in for Bitcoin? 98 votes so far. It says the bottom is... Joanne, you can come in. It says the bottom is in, 39%, more to drop, 44%, saying more to drop. So people still think we've got more to drop. CRV and BNB, I bought 300,000 BNB, $300,000 of BNB. And I bought, good morning, and I bought, the cleaner just came. So I bought $300,000 of BNB. This is what my live trades look like. And I went long on CRV. Let's see if these do well. And I have closed VIP. This was 54 minutes ago. VIP closed shorts in large profits for NEAR and AVAX. Short-term recovery will re-short after pump. This isn't over, so I still think there's more to drop. I spread my risk 2 hours ago between USDT, risk of USDT between USD, USDC, BUSD. I can't imagine what would happen if USDT depegged like USDC did. UST. There's too many stable coins now. So that's what I think in the markets. I still think we've got more to drop. We are having a V-shaped recovery and we need a continuation. It's very important. Bitcoin, again, going back up. We really need to have a continuation here on Bitcoin with a lot of volume. If it doesn't, 19,000, everyone, is possible. We really need, this is the moment that we need a recovery because there's no supports down here. And whoever held up Bitcoin just now, they knew that. They knew that there's no supports lower. So if Bitcoin wasn't held here, it would go dropping to 29K. So it was like someone artificially held this up because the rest of the market was panicking. We did have some buys. I bought some. Chris said to buy some. There was some buys down here. There was a lot of people buying at the 29K because this was an existing big support. But if it wasn't held here, there was no major support. There is one small one here for a bounce at 24,000. So we really need a continuation now of Bitcoin to continue bullish. It needs to have a big bounce and a big recovery here, at least coming back towards this trend line of 34,000. That's what we need for Bitcoin to get back into bullish mode. But the stock market, again, in my opinion, the stock market is also very dangerous right now. So we need to have the stock market open bullish. Let's see what happens. Hit the subscribe button, join 74,000 people, smash up thumbs up button. We have a short-term bottom here. We had a big bounce back. Let's see what happens. Let me know in the comment section if you think this is the bottom. Thank you for watching. This is James from Crypto Guru, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.